bought this motorhome in early May of 1999, so I've had it just over 23 years and close to 23 days. Since we retired in 2016, my wife and I have driven it to every state in the United States except for Hawaii because the bridge was out. We've had it to Alaska, we've had it to Newfoundland, we've covered just dang near every road. We've done almost 60 national parks. It's time for a change in our lives and let it go, but it's really sad to see it go because I've got so many memories of this motorhome. My grandkids have never known me without this motorhome, so it's a new chapter of our lives. One time while visiting Florida in this motorhome, I stayed in a park there near where my grandkids live, and I babysat them while their mother worked. And I taught them all to ride bicycles. She was pretty excited when she came and saw they were all riding bicycles through this park. So I had a lot of fun in this thing. I've had to Key West several times. I've had it everywhere. I lived in it full time for 15 years before I met Gail. I didn't travel a lot at that time. I just had it in an RV park and I just lived in it because I knew that one day I'd retire. And then I'd be driving it around, and when I met Gail, she loved it, and so off we went to see the U.S. I bought an RV site here in Long Island Village in 2000, and I always figured I'd retire here because I just really love it here. And so I assumed that it was just an RV site, it wasn't a house. And so I assumed that I'd just move down here and finish out my life living in that RV on the RV site. But of course, Gail had other ideas, so we ended up building a house. So we had to get other RV sites to park the motorhome on. It's sad to see it go, but I'm really excited about not ever having to do any more maintenance on that thing because it required a lot of maintenance.
To give you a little bit of background, when Mike and I finally reached a point in our relationship that he was going to move into my house, and he found a spot to put his motorhome, which he had lived in for over 15 years. It had to be covered, and it had to have electricity so he could plug it in. And honestly, for the first at least 3 months, he went daily after work. He'd come home daily with a reason why he had to go see the motorhome. It gradually tapered off and he got kind of weaned away from it. And then we decided to retire. Actually, I decided to retire and Mike was reluctant, and we had a discussion and I said, we're young enough now that we can still travel. We have the motorhome. We love the motorhome. Let's retire and let's travel to every place on our bucket list that we want to go. And that's what we did. We traveled. We traveled all over the United States. We traveled most of Canada. One of my favorite places that we spent a couple months in was in Alaska, and we plan to go back to there, but not with the motorhome. The motorhome carries so many memories of our good times together and the places we've gone and the places we've seen and the people we have met. I'm watching this video of the motorhome leaving the island, and I admit it's a little emotional because it meant a lot to us. And I really, really hope that the people who bought our motorhome plan to use it to travel and enjoy their life and enjoy the motorhome and the pleasures it can bring them and how it can widen their horizons by traveling and seeing our country.